Dude, I just plowed 3 days ago. I plowed. There was a foot of snow on the ground. I woke up in the morning. There's another foot, and I plowed a little bit back and forth to the house, and there's another 6 inches. I got
Yeah.
this fucker working. I got old ladies and shit that need plowing.
We'll figure it out.
Anyways, so we're gonna test what?
You're gonna test the black wire to chassis to make sure that on that solenoid. Remember, you did a test light on that solenoid to see if you had. You got to put it on DC. Wait, continuity. Wait. Oh yeah. So continuity, right?
Yeah, on the beeper. There's
Yeah.
nothing from black to chassis.
There should be because that's a ground. That means you have a disconnection somewhere on your black.
There is on the red wire.
That's not good.
No. On the red wire on both sides of the solenoid. The switch is stuck open, ain't it?
Wait a second. Hold on a second. You have continuity from chassis to red?
From my bumper to red.
That's not good, dude. No, that's not good. That means you have a direct fucking positive going to chassis.
Where?
Unhook your battery cable. You're positive. I don't know.
That's fucking crazy. Oh, this fucking thing's a real piece of shit.
Wait a minute. It might whoa. It might do that because your motor is an inductor. So look.
Yeah, it's
Don't just. So listen, if you do continuity on a motor, it's a winding, so it's gonna show that there's but not to ground though. It shouldn't to ground. No, it shouldn't to ground. You're positive.
I'm gonna go from motor ground to motor. I got continuity from motor ground to motor positive.
No, test your positive to chassis.
Yep.
That shouldn't do it, man. No. That should not do that, man. That means that unhook your battery cable, you're positive. That means you have somewhere down the line, you have your positive wire is actually touching a ground wire somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where, or you got them backwards.
I don't have that plugged into the module either. That one black and red and all that.
The thick one?
No, I got the thick ones, but the gray
Right.
and white.
No, look at, so you shouldn't have ground from a positive ever.
All right, I'm gonna do this.
I have the chat turned off, people, so I can't read what you're saying, man. Like, you're irrelevant to me in my life. I'm here to help Tom, and that's what I'm here to do. So if you guys are asking any questions, which I highly doubt you are, seems like only trolls want to be here right now. So I don't care what you're saying. You're just irrelevant to me. We're gonna help Tom, and then I'm gonna go on my way, and I'll deal with you guys later on my channel, honey.
All right, battery's off. So ground still got it.
All right, so that means we got to identify where you're getting it, right? So it's not gonna do it. Do it to your plow chassis.
Nothing.
All right, now do it to your positive, to your negative. The big black cable and on your plow, the big black cable and the red touch them.
Yep.
So you have a positive short somewhere, and it's there in between, but that's probably coming from your truck, right?
Let me plug this in real quick. Or should I test these wires?
Listen, so did you unhook your negative from your battery cable too, or just the positive?
Just the positive.
Do both of them and then test at your motor.
This fucking piece of dog.
This may take a while, Tom.
I've been on it for 2 days already.
Well, it may take a while, but we'll get to the root of it. I do gotta charge my phone though.
It's Still got positive to negative.
All right. So you have a 7/16 wrench. Take that positive off that motor. The motor's gonna probably beep anyway because it's a coil, right? So,
Right.
but it shouldn't. Well, I guess if you have a circuit, it's gonna have to.
But if these aren't connected up there, it should be done.
No, you're gonna have your motor is an induction coil, and the motor has a winding, and that starts and begins, right? So you're gonna have a ground. You're always gonna have a ground and a positive on your motor. That's what makes them
Plus,
work.
one of them little wires is actually a feed from the circuit in the truck too. The
So I would take the black. Look. You just want to verify. You just want to
sure.
verify. So you took the 7/16 off the motor or the
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
So between the positive and negative, even with only one of them hooked up, they still beep. It beeps, right?
Oh no, my bad. I took it off from the solenoid.
No, you want to take it off the motor.
I took it off the positive from the solenoid off the positive of the motor. I'm gonna take the ground off too, so we can check that. All right, both the truck is unplugged except for the little red wire.
All right.
And that's not plugged in either. So.
All right. Now we're gonna determine if you have a direct connection, like short between. After you get them, you should probably take all of them off the motor.
I got them both off the motor.
All right. Now, on your truck side, where it connects into your battery, you want to put the meter on one of them, the positive,
Okay.
up by the battery. And then you want to test that cable on the net.
Red side.
So on the truck side, positive,
Yeah.
right? You wanna put one of the meters on that. And then on the plow side, way on the where you disconnected it from your motor, you want to check the positive to hear a beep. And the negative. The negative should not beep, but not on the motor itself, on the wire. We're testing continuity through the wire circuit.
Yeah.
We're looking for a short, is what we're doing.
Yeah. Let me get the positive off the solenoid.
And I also want you to test that solenoid. I want you to test that solenoid, dude, with all the wires off of it, because it should not beep between the two. If it does, that solenoid is fucked.
Beeping
Okay.
from red to red.
All right, now put it on the black wire. Red to black, nothing, right?
Black to black. Let me go.
No, red to black is there's nothing, but black to black should be.
Red to black is.
Wait, red to black's beeping?
No, it did for a second though.
I heard it.
I don't know why it would have done that, but.
Did you touch that was a long beep. That means there was a short.
It might have been touching on the frame.
It had to been.
No.
Well, that's a problem. If that fucker beeps, that's not good.
What the fuck?
That means that red wire is touching that black wire somewhere, and that's not good.
That ain't good. Even I know that. Let me come up here. Let me touch this black. What in the fuck? Punk fuck cock.
Now, if you could have kept that beep on, we would have been able to identify that it's definitely, but it's intermittent.
There's nothing on black to black. Oh, yeah, there is. Okay, so
red to black is what we don't want.
let me hit this red to black one more time. I wonder if it's. No, it's not doing it.
It only did it when you were down by that. But we don't want it to do that. That's what we don't. You don't want to try to make it, because if it does beep, there's a problem.
No, I don't know why it did that, but it ain't doing it now.
All right, so hook your battery up. You're positive and negative. Remember, they're hot, so if you touch the chassis, it's that hot wire will fucking fry it.
All right.
And I want you to put it on DC, and I want you to test between the black and the red. And it will give you 12.5 volts, 12.7 volts.
Fuck is DC on this BI?
DC is the line with the two dots, the three dots.
I know
V,
it's
is a V with a line with little dots.
V
Little.
with a line with a squiggly line.
No, the squiggly line is AC.
V with a straight line and three dots.
Yeah.
All right, 220, 200, or 1,000.
20.
Fucking get you a seat here. Touch these together now.
No, touch the.
All right, red to red. 12, 5, 3.
All right, so you don't have a problem with your main harness coming in, right? That means you're sending voltage. So hook those back up to where they go. They're going to go one black. The black is going to go on the motor.
Yeah, it's fucking idiot proof.
So
They
look,
even got
the black goes on the motor. But before you do that, wait a minute. I want you to put it back on continuity and touch your solenoid.
the little ones or the big ones.
The big ones.
Yeah, we had it. Oh,
No, you don't. You shouldn't have it. The solenoid shouldn't be opening up.
no, nothing.
Right. Okay.
Little to little it is though.
Well, yeah. Well,
That's where it flicks the switch.
yeah. The little to little is a well. We're gonna work on that momentarily.
Well,
So you want to take that black wire goes to your motor. The
yeah.
red wire goes to your solenoid on either side. It doesn't matter which side. And then we're gonna do a little test. We're gonna do another little test after this. We're gonna work. We're gonna work from the beginning through the circuit. Is what we're doing.
Okay.
And no, I'm not a plow maintenance guy. I know nothing about plows. I never touched a plow. I don't even know. I know how they function. Because it's obvious how it functions. I know nothing about a plow.
You don't ask a gynecologist about your dick, okay?
But I do know about electric and how electric flows and the current and the process. So, and I do know about the components that are in a plow. It's not the plow that makes it move. It's all the other individual components that make it move. So once you got your black hooked up to your motor, and then you got your red hooked up to your solenoid, I want you to take another red wire and put it to your motor from your solenoid, the other side.
Jump it.
No, I want you to take because you'll have that one of your solenoid wires is going to be left open, right? I want you to take that solenoid wire should go from your solenoid to your motor positive. So you got your battery to your solenoid, and then your solenoid to your motor positive. You got your battery negative to the motor negative.
Hold on. Where the fuck is that going? Bitch. Too many fucking wrenches over here. Click. 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 Okay, all those are connected. Now,
All right, now I want you to find a wire somewhere, and I want you to touch the positive from your battery on your solenoid to one of the solenoid tabs.
the battery side to one of the tabs.
Okay, so your solenoid has 4 different connectors on it. You got 2 big ones
Okay,
and 2
here we
small
go.
ones.
Nothing.
We'll do it on the others. What are you doing?
I got a.
No. No, that's not going to work. You need to take a wire.
It's the same thing. It's just a jump start.
Okay, so listen, that goes on your positive solenoid. So
Yep.
the positive solenoid,
Yep.
and then you want to touch that to one of your little solenoids,
Yeah.
and then
Nothing. Let me just do a wire. Fuck it.
Because what you're trying to do is what we're trying to do is activate that solenoid.
Right. Look at there. It's almost like I did this already. Ready? Nothing. Nothing.
You have to have two wires. Look at me, dude. This wire right here goes to your battery positive that's on your solenoid.
Yep.
Right? And then the other end of that goes on one of the little tabs.
Yeah. I got one wire.
You're only using one hand though.
Well, because it's.
Well, you need a wire. Oh, so you're touching them both, the terminals? Did you do the top one and bottom one?
Let me tighten these battery cables.
Yeah, because listen, you're putting 12 volts. You're putting 12 volts to that solenoid. You have to hear it work.
Right.
It will work. That's a solenoid there. When you apply 12 volts onto that little tab, it opens that solenoid and sends it to the other side of that solenoid out.
Right.
So that's probably where is that you said it was a brand new solenoid. They could go bad. I've had bad solenoids right from the factory.
All right. There we go. Get out of here, fucking wire. So, positive from the truck
Yes. Yep.
to anyone, right?
Yeah. Try it on the other side. Nothing.
Nothing.
No. That means that solenoid's not open and engaging itself. Is that a solenoid?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's a solenoid?
Yeah.
Try that one. Listen, hook the positive up to one of those and then try to jump that one to see if it works. Yeah. Get your little wrench out.
No, I'm just gonna hook this up. All right.
It's gonna fry that little wire.
No, I got a switch right here. So here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna put this one to here. What the fuck? Now we got nothing. That's right from the battery, dude.
Right. And you should have that's why I was asking you, is that really a solenoid? It's definitely a solenoid.
Yeah, it's a solenoid. It's a special kind too from this pop. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna bring this fucker up here. What is going on?
Because you should hear the actuate
Quick,
itself
yeah.
when you put voltage to it. Hold on a second. Let me look. Let me go back over at the computer. You can give me the part number of that solenoid. It might be a dual triggered solenoid.
Uh, yeah, but I had this on the ground with a battery. All of them were clicking. What the fuck is going on?
Oh, I got the part number. I don't need it. 4.
Dude, this ain't even clicking on the motherfucking truck. What is
4 is a motor relay.
is this thing just a piece of shit? Is that what's going on?
Metroflex relay is a crystal component designed.
What the fuck? How is that not fucking Mama? I might have to put a new fucking clamp on this fucker. Okay. Like that. We just had fucking voltage there.
Yeah, so it's a solenoid designed for the fleet electrical system in the Western Fisher and Blizzard snowplows and cruise. It manages high current demands for hydraulic motor operation with controllers with a 4-pin
I'm getting nothing on the fucking.
wiring.
What is going on here? How is that not fucking happening? I should be able to touch this right here. I got a click, but this is the one I just took off to put the new one.
Is it clicking?
This one is not. But I don't know what the fuck. Piece of shit.
I'm trying to see how this solenoid operates, man.
Oh, the fuck. We got power there.
Cars and lawnmowers only have one wire for solenoid.
Yeah, this is the big dog that
Right. Well,
special.
it's big because it demands a high amount of amperage. But I want to know what the second wire is on it. How to 4 pins.
I want to know if we're getting a good enough power. I wonder if that fucking battery is not. It said 12.
Yeah, that's
I wonder
good.
if I should start the truck to do it. I've never had to before though. It always worked. No, we got power down here. So, but I got power from fucking big terminal to big terminal.
Hold on. You shouldn't. No, there should be no power from big to big because it's not open.
I know. And this one ain't even fucking plugged in, so. What the fuck? You piece of dog shit. Where's another one? I might have to run quick. This is the one I just fucking bought. I put the old one back in there.
All right, so there's two. You have two control wires there. Let me see this. Connect the small trigger wires to 12 volt. Functioning. Did you connect both of those?
It
You
clicks.
might have to touch them both at the same time.
It clicks, and then I don't get nothing. So
Well,
look
it
at I
should.
got light here.
Yeah.
I put the positive to here, and nothing.
Yeah.
So
The
it's
positive.
stuck.
So look, the positive to
I wonder if all my solenoids are bad.
So check this out. Take your positive, don't hook it up to there, right? Your positive battery cable, and just listen. You need to
Hook it to the
ground.
motor.
So no, listen to me. You see that bracket that you're holding, the bracket, with the two holes, that has to be grounded. That has to be grounded.
But it has a ground on off the top that
No,
runs into the harness.
that's not a ground.
No.
No. Maybe. It might be, but I don't know if that's a ground or not, dude. I just know this. That solenoid has to be grounded for it to actuate because you have to have current. When you're just popping positive on there and you're not creating no amperage, right?
Let me
So
run a wire directly to this then and ground
yeah,
it to the
wire
top.
that to your battery. That ground, the mount.
I gotta run it to my battery. I can't just go to the chassis.
Well, look, if you take a ground and go right to where there's a negative, anywhere there's a negative, it's probably best to go on your battery. But look, when you touch that positive on that little terminal, it should click. You don't have to hook the big terminals up, right?
I had a guy say that to me yesterday 5 times. It was pissing me off because the way this is set up, it just bolts to the side of the motor.
Look, So look at the big terminals don't have to be hooked up to test this. You're only sending trigger voltage to a solenoid tab, right? But you have to have a positive and a negative. So if you connect, that's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find out what that second tab is.
So I should be able to take my jumper cables and just hook that on there.
Yeah.
But just for sake of fucking off, we'll grab this black and we'll run it all the way to the fucking battery.
Just hold on a second. I'm gonna listen to this real fast. See what this douchebag is.
We're gonna clip this up to either post on the side. Set your meter, check continuity. I power to both sides. You should activate this to have power going straight to the motor. And when I touch this, you're gonna hear click.
All right, Tom, listen.
Yep.
One small side is the negative and one side's the positive, Tom.
Right.
So on the solenoid, you want to take an alligator clip. Do you have any alligator clips?
No, not right now. Not
All right,
yet.
so listen, on the solenoid, one of the tabs, the little tab, you're going to hook to your ground on your battery.
Okay, I'm gonna do that right now.
All right, so the one of the little tabs from your negative goes to that little tab, and then you're going to go from positive to the other tab, and it will engage that solenoid. Listen, if one of them does it, then do the other one too. You can verify if the solenoid's active. So then you're going to need your multimeter though, right?
Yeah.
Because you should have no continuity, dude, when you activate that solenoid.
All right, so we're gonna go to the ground side. Where the fuck?
So the ground. So right down where you're at, you have a wire that goes from your negative wire from your battery is going to go to the solenoid tab, the little one of the little tabs. Doesn't matter which one it is.
I lost my fucking mind here. You son of a bitch! What did I do with the fucking socket? Oh, you fucktard. I'm gonna run this negative all the way up to the battery.
Well, yeah, I mean, as long as you get it on one side of that solenoid.
So it doesn't have to go all the way to the battery?
Well, you can do it right there where your ground comes into your motor, man.
Okay. Well,
Right?
let's do this.
So the ground to the solenoid, and then you're going to take the positive of where it goes into your. You're going to take the positive, and that's good. You're going to touch that other side of the solenoid, the little tiny one.
So ground this, and then take the positive and touch it to the solenoid from the.
So you have two little tabs, right, on your solenoid. One of the tabs is going to your ground, and then the other bottom tab would go to the positive wire from your battery. What did you do?
You motherfucker. What's that mean? Run away!
What? Was that the motor?
That was the Chinaman.
Was that the motor, or
Yeah.
was the? Oh, see, you don't want the motor. You don't want the motor to do that.
I don't want that?
Well, no, we were testing the solenoid, motherfucker.
Well, you said touch it to the goddamn it.
Well, it had to be like unhooked, man. Like you actually had the motor still hooked up.
Well, you fucking never told me to unhook it, you bastard. I'm just doing what you say. You
All right.
fucking.
That solenoid did not kick off because
No.
you look at. You're supposed to do this because you didn't listen to me because I wasn't done finishing the story. You're supposed to take the positive wire and just touch the solenoid,
That's all I did.
and when you released it, it didn't close itself back off.
Nope.
That's not good.
And it was grounded to the truck on the ground side.
All right, so you want to disconnect. Listen,
Abort!
we're trying to test the fucking solenoid. So look at, I want you to do this. Do me a favor.
I'm taking
Unhook.
the solenoid off.
Listen, all I want you to do is I want you to unhook the negative from the motor. I want to see both of your wires from your battery hanging in your hand.
You fucking asshole.
You should have seen the look on your face, man.
Well, because I've done this. I had to do that 3 times already. And I was like, fucking, because I got everything soldered in the.
Well, that verifies your motor works, man. Like,
Well, I just put a brand new motor in the son of a bitch. Oh! Oh! Oh!
don't touch that.
God damn it. If I didn't have problems, I got. Ow, that's hot! What the fuck, bro?
Well, you can't touch a ground with a positive. That's
You
a
can't?
No, you know better.
Come on. All right.
You know, all right.
We got
Now,
a voltage drop.
okay. Now we got both wires, right? You're going to take the ground and hook it to one of your solenoid, the small tab on your solenoid.
The small tab on the solenoid.
So you're going to take that black wire right there, and you're going to connect that black wire to the little tiny. Your solenoid should be in your hand. You got to have two wires now. You got to have two separate wires. No,
Yeah.
no. What are you?
This is a fucking switch.
All
This
right.
is one
Now
wire.
listen, take your positive wire in your hand.
Yep.
That positive wire right there, the big, thick, fat one. And I want you to touch the other solenoid wire. You should just touch it and you should hear it click, lift off. Just touch it and lift it off. Don't keep it on. Does it?
Nada.
Yeah, see, your solenoid's not working, motherfucker. That solenoid is not working. Dude, that's why when you just hooked it up, you had direct fucking current going through there, and you're probably your module saying I'm not it's an open circuit, bro. You have another solenoid? Get another solenoid. I just seen you had one.
I did, but that one didn't click up here. Where did I put it? Oh, it's over here. All right. Dude, I put these on the battery. Let me grab a battery.
You know what you need to do is you need to get rid of that fucking stupid trigger, man, and just get wires.
That's what you say.
I'm telling you.
Oh, where the fuck are... Oh, there they are.
You know, even if you had a little 12-volt battery, it doesn't take much amperage to open those solenoids.
Oh, I got a battery right here.
All right, so listen, I want you to get a wire, a fucking extension cord wire, any kind of wire. Just one wire. Hook it to the negative and then hook that to your solenoid permanently.
Actually,
Not
the
that
little,
trigger. Don't
the
use that
little,
trigger shit.
the trigger side, the little one.
So you have the little side, right? The trigger side on the solenoid goes to the negative side of the battery. And it's going to stay there. And then you're going to take a positive wire and you're going to take the positive wire and you're going to
Yep.
touch the positive on the positive and then the other side of the trigger, the other trigger solenoid. And as soon as you touch it, you should hear it click. If you lift off, you should hear it not click. Because that's
I've got a brand new solenoid, and it's a piece of shit.
I bought many of them, dude, that they've been failed right out of the box, man. Many.
Fucking scumbags.
Chinese bullshit, dude.
Yep. Click, click.
Okay, now you need to take the other solenoid off your plow, and you need to do the same. You need to bench test that too. So now we know that solenoid. Now wait a minute. Oh, okay. So now it gets tricky. All right, listen. I need you to take your 2 voltmeters.
Yep.
I want you to put it on continuity, and I want you to touch the black wire on one side of the the positive of the solenoid, the big ones, right? We're going to test continuity between them two, and then you're going to click that solenoid open to see if the beep goes away or stays, right?
Okay. I need some alligator clips.
So it's going to beep. It shouldn't beep when there's no power applied.
No, it will beep from little to little though.
No, but big to big it should not. Only when you
Nope.
activate that solenoid.
It's not.
All right, now activate the solenoid and hold that on there. You have to have 3 hands. It's going to be kind of difficult.
Well, how the fuck do I do that?
Oh, you use the one hand like a chopstick, bro, with the voltmeter.
Chopstick. Okay.
And then when that solenoid clicks, you should hear a beep.
Oh, I got it. Hold on. Oh. Okay. No good operator. Nope.
Well, touch your meters together to make sure it's beeping first.
I did.
All right. So 1 meter on the big post, 1 meter on the other post. Activate solenoid to hear a click. You should hear a beep.
I don't know how dead this battery is though, but
It doesn't matter. As soon as you hear the click, that means it's open and you should hear a beep.
yeah, it beeped.
Hold it on there so that hold the power on there. Don't let it go. You want to see if it continuously beeps.
Let me fucking bolt this. Where the fuck's a little nut? Where's a little nut? Okay, let me see. I gotta put a little nut on. Hold this fucker on there. Plus this thing's all rusted to fuck. So that's always nice. This fuck. I'm thinking I got bad piece of shit here. Alright, so I'm gonna do this. And this. Okay. I got these on here. What the fuck?
Lift off, it should go away. Lift the solenoid, it should go away. So anytime you're engaging power, you have a continuity between them. That means your solenoid works. Now you need to take the other one off and do the same kind of test. Because we know that solenoid works. That's a good solenoid. Put it to the side.
Let's say that one does the same thing, and then what?
Well, we've verified that the solenoid and the motor's working,
Okay.
right?
Hey. What the fuck did I do with my little fucking socket?
Look, we're trying to trace the problem. We know that from there on the plow side, we got power. We're making the motor work. I heard the motor work. I just heard you made that solenoid function on the plow side, right? So that solenoid that's on the plow, though, I have not heard that work yet.
Oh, I was sitting on it, maybe? There it is. Oh, there it is.
So get your little half-inch
My
wrench
ass,
and
I couldn't even
get your
tell.
little half-inch wrench and untake that motherfucking solenoid off.
Alright, here we go. We need a 10 millimeter. Where the fuck's the 10?
That's only got 10 millimeter bolts holding that thing on there.
Well, the other side is half inch, but the big sides are half inch. Where the fuck did I do with the goddamn 10? You know, this type of shit right here is probably down in the fucking drain.
Down in a hole.
Dude, I'm telling you. I never been so frustrated. I'm not the type that fucking spends 3 days on something and still cannot figure the fucker out.
Should have called me the first day.
You were busy with the kid and all that.
Yeah, I've been having a couple rough bad days. If it ain't the kid, if it ain't Amber, it's the fucking trolls.
Yeah, well, fucking with the kid, that's more important than this fucking plow anyway, so.
You know, I hope someday he'll come through, man.
Huh?
Look, you know it as well as I know it, Tom. You could teach somebody to be some way all you want, but if that person doesn't have that in them to be that way, they're never going to be that way. There's nothing
Well,
you
I
can do
wouldn't
to.
say that. I would say sometimes the enlightenment comes when it comes, you know?
Well, look at the trolls, man. I try to teach them to stay the fuck away, and they don't stay away for nothing, man.
Well, that's a whole nother story, but.
Well, it's human
It is the
principle. Look
same.
at it's human principle, man.
It's the same. Same but different.
You know, they can say that the trolls can say I'm a bad dad. Well, I must be a bad teacher because they don't listen to me neither.
Well, you know, it's kind of like me, dude. I spent all my teens and 20s locked up. My brother did too, into his 40s, and he died because of it. But
Sucks.
there was something that went off in my head that said, you know what? I can't do this shit anymore. So when I got out, I started my business, right? But there wasn't one motherfucker in the world that could tell me anything. Nothing. until I met a guy in prison who had 34 fucking years in, and he was never going home. But he could say it in a way that I could hear it.
Well, you don't want to be like that, and you don't want that part of your life. Look, it's gonna click at some point. Well, maybe not.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Some people die, bro.
Point,
some people die before they fucking figure it out, man.
Yeah.
I figured it out at a young age, man.
That's just what it is.
Dude, I was by the time I was 18 or 19 years old, I was arrested like fucking 6, 7 times, dude, for assault and battery.
I did 60 days and then 90 days just for driving without a fucking license.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah. It's fucked.
Rules are different though now, man. The leftists let the fucking people be, man.
Well,
the problem is there's no repercussions for their actions, man. You know, they just you do something, they let you go. You do something, they let you go.
The system isn't there for correction. It's for profit.
Well, look, man, if you do something bad, Tom, you don't learn your lesson until you have to fucking face the consequence.
Well, until it hurts bad enough, right?
If there's no consequence, man, that people ain't gonna learn, man. They'll just keep on going. Like the trolls, for instance, man. There's no consequence. They know they can keep coming back over and over. But if I took one of their teeth out, man, I'm pretty sure the other ones would start to worry about it.
I just took this little one off, right?
Yeah.
As soon as I took that little wire off there, it clicked.
Well, that means
it released.
Well, that's not good.
And I touched it back and it didn't do nothing.
That means it's stuck. It was stuck in the open position.
Yeah. So I'm betting.
Well, you're gonna at least bench test that one like we just did the last one.
Fuck.
Look, I'll tell you this. The trolls may not. I'm not reading because I turned the chat off. But I'm gonna tell you this. Trolls might not.
This is clicking perfectly.
That one is too.
Yeah.
Now, did you test the continuity while you clicked it? That's the thing.
It's gonna work. This is. It's gonna work. So here's what I'm saying.
Well, test it before you say that. You have to verify. You can't just say.
I know it is.
You motherfucker.
Okay, let's do it just for safe.
You want to hear that beep? You want to hear that beep? Anytime that clicks open, you want to hear a beep. When you click it off, it goes away.
Where's my beeper at? Oh, yeah. The fact is, some people are gonna die. That's it.
Well, look, man. What I'm saying is that you know what? Until I took a troll's teeth out, man, they're gonna keep on doing it because there's no repercussions for it. But if I did take one of their buddies' teeth out and then another one, I'm pretty certain the trolls would be like, "Fuck," because I'd be like, "You're next, motherfucker."
Well, you know what happens in prison?
And they would stop doing it because you know what? They're gonna risk their fucking teeth, man, for that shit. They would stop. Look, so if you don't like somebody, trolls, I'm telling you this. I kicked you off my channel because I don't fucking like you. That means I don't want you in my life. And if you keep forcing yourself in my life, force feeding you onto me, I'm going to maybe do something to you guys that you don't like. I will make an example, motherfucker, out of you. Now you can say all you want, Andy, you ain't going to do shit. Well, I tell you this, you ain't doing shit. You keep saying you're going to do shit, but you never do shit. You keep saying you're going to get the channel kicked off, but you ain't. Someday I might.
If you back someone into a corner, I always relate everything to prison because that's what I know. Sooner or later, even that weak individual is gonna jump. You know.
Every time, every fucking time, man.
So you might as well just leave it the fuck be.
Right, walk the fuck away. Know that you're doing nothing but you're harming somebody, dude. And to be a good person, you wouldn't want to harm anybody, right?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers, they're gonna get something one of these days, man, and I will risk it.
Well,
I will risk it.
The thing is, it might not even be you that does it.
No, I got 11, 12,000 fucking subs, man. You know what? There's a lot of people that actually like me, and there's crazy people in the fucking world. They might have enough too.
Okay, so this one works too. I just tested it.
Okay, all right. So look, we know that your solenoid works. Now, we have a problem with so I want you to put the solenoid back on, and I want you to hook the red positive of your battery to that solenoid. And I want you to go from the red positive, the other side, to your motor, right? And I want you to hook your ground back up, but I do not want you to hook your solenoids up.
Okay, say that again.
Red, truck side, red positive, 2 solenoid.
Okay.
But you're going to put your solenoid back on the truck. You're going to ratchet that back on.
Yep.
We're about now. We're going to test the motor. We're going to test the motor through the solenoid. Is what
The
we're
motor
about to.
works. It's brand
Yeah,
new.
but we're going to test the motor through the solenoid. Right? We're
Yeah.
going from one stage
Yep.
to the next stage to the next stage to the next stage to the next stage.
Yep.
I told you it might take a little while, but we're verifying, right? We're verifying that things are functioning in the order, the order of
We're doing
that
it the
they
right way.
that they need to, because you can't find the problem unless you.
You got to be certain with this little electric bullshit.
Yeah.
Electrical is fucking crazy.
Yeah, listen, I'm probably telling you right now, you probably have a ground fault somewhere.
Well, obviously,
But
because
that's not certain. That's
Okay.
not certain.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around why when I took those little ones off it.
I'll tell you, we're gonna find out that next. That's our next step.
Okay, so now we're gonna put the
The red
positive.
wire goes on, so the red wire goes on the solenoid.
It's probably right fucking here in this bitch.
The black wire, your black wire is going to go on the motor negative.
Should I have water on them? That helps.
Dielectrical grease.
I spit on it.
So look, man, I don't go to trolls pages, man. Why I blocked all the comments because I don't want to see them. Right? I don't care what they say or think. Look, I don't care what they do, and I don't care if they die. I don't care what the fuck they are. They've been eradicated from my channel because I didn't like them. I love my channel, man, and I don't want I don't want people in my channel that I don't like. Look, a person can call me leftist because I kicked them off the channel and I'm a dictator. Look, you just don't align with my ideals, man, and you need to go away. It doesn't make me hate your guts. I just don't like the people that you are, man. Now, that doesn't give you a right to infiltrate my channel and try to push yourself onto me because your agenda don't align with mine. You will fucking walk away. Dude, I don't go to your channels. I don't care what you do. You're out of sight, out of fucking mind. Whew, gone. And that's what I think that's what the problem with the world is, man, is that people think they can impose their fucking will onto people, man.
Well, a lot of these motherfuckers never had a hardship, then they don't know when to shut the. They just don't know when to stop.
Well, they shouldn't even fucking do it in the first place. It's not a good moral thing, dude. It's not a good thing to do. It's not a good human nature to cause
But
aggravation and
this is the
problems for
world we
other
live
people.
in. These fuckers believe.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why I equate everything to prison. You know what's respected in prison? One fucking thing.
look, I've never cheated on a girl in my life, Tom.
Violence.
I never beat women. I'm not a beater. I'm a verbal abuser. Sure, I abuse people sometimes here and there. I abuse men, but I don't abuse. Look, I don't believe that women and men are segregated in a way where you shouldn't talk to them. I talk to men the same way I talk to women. They're
All
the
right, we're
human.
all connected.
Okay, so now I need you to do this. I need you to take a negative, one of those jumper wires that you had.
Yep.
I need you to connect the negative, right, from on your motor. Well, you have another negative, right? You have another negative hanging there that goes from your. Do you have a negative that? Should you have 2 negatives that go on that motor?
No, there's one negative that goes to the motor.
So what? That other negative that you took off, the
Goes
other
to the module.
right? But where's that go? Where's that go to?
It goes to the little tab to set the switch off to the module.
So that goes on the solenoid.
Yep.
All right. So listen, you see that? I would need you to hook. Don't put that on the module. I want you to put that black wire. So that black wire goes on the solenoid to the module, right?
Yep.
No, I need you to take that black wire and hook it to your motor.
Well, I'm just gonna jumper it then.
No, undo the bolt and put that black wire on the motor
I
negative.
can't. It's too small.
Okay, then jumper it.
It's a little guy. It's just a
And
little
I think this is
guy.
where your problem is, man. I think this is where your problem lives.
All right, so we got live feed to one side of the solenoid. We got ground to the motor.
Yup, and I want you to take that wire and I want you to hook it to the little tab, the trigger on the solenoid to the fucking ground on the motor. And permanently. Permanently.
Permanently?
Permanently.
The only other, yeah, I don't have a
Just relax. You're gonna
plow
just
side.
relax. It's gonna be good.
Why do I fucking keep losing my wrenches? You fucktard. I just had the bitch. Jesus Christ. Alright, so this is going from. These are both hot, I believe. Or one's hot.
I don't care about the little wires. We're making new wires.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take the ground off the motor and
Put
put
that
this,
wire on there put that wire that you have in your hand on the ground, tighten it
and it's
down.
also grounded to the truck wire.
Yes. Yeah, so you have your negative from your battery to the negative of the motor with that wire. Well,
What
don't
the
touch.
fuck?
Well, you touched the positive, dude.
Did
With
I?
the yes,
No,
I
I
just
didn't.
yes, you did.
I had to have.
Watched you. You did.
Fucking asshole. What'd you do that for? Alright. Fuck, man. This is why I hate fucking wiring.
Well, you're supposed to have the disconnected from the battery over there, but we can't do that
That's
in this
no
case.
fun, though. Okay,
We
now
can't
this
do it.
one's
Or you
going
got to be
to
a doctor, have better dexterity, man.
this one's going to this fucker now, then.
So that goes to the solenoid, one of your triggers on the solenoid,
Yep.
and that's going to be permanently connected.
Emotional damage.
And now the fun starts, man, because now we actually get to see.
But
Ver-
should I put this other ground from
no,
the fuck that?
no. So now you're going to get another wire, and you're going to hook that on the other side of your trigger permanently on the solenoid.
So we're not. Yeah, but this isn't an old school plow. You can't just.
No, we're not doing that. We're verifying things, Tom.
Okay. So
We're
that's there.
verifying
I need
things.
another one to the other side.
So we need another wire, a longer one, that's going to go to the other side of the solenoid trigger. And that's going to be your positive. That's a 12 volt, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to tap it. You're going to touch the positive terminal on that goes from your truck battery to that wire, and it's going to turn the motor on. You're going to, as soon as you tap it, it'll turn it on. You lift it off, it'll go off. Tap it, it'll go on.
Yeah.
That means you're triggering that motor to actuate. That means that solenoid
All right.
in that system is perfect.
Here we go. So we're going
To the battery side, not the feed side to the motor, to the battery side.
to the other trigger.
Yeah.
Well, that's just from. We're just jumping the two poles right here.
So no, you have one wire goes to your trigger of your solenoid.
The ground is on there.
Yes. Now the other side of the solenoid goes to that wire. You got to put that wire permanently on that solenoid with a nut. Tighten it down.
And then, so I only have one. So we're gonna go from that other trigger over to the motor, or from this is gonna go to the motor.
No.
Okay.
Listen. On your solenoid, you have one terminal left open.
Yep.
You're going to put that wire in your hand on one side of it and keep the other side open.
Okay.
You're not going to connect that fucker to
I was
nothing.
trying to figure out why it needed to be longer, but it didn't.
Well, it does need to be longer because we're going to have to reach and touch a positive wire with it.
What? Okay, here, I'm going to touch it to this. Nothing.
Touch it to the positive. Why is it not activating your motor, though?
Well, it's because the motor's not hooked up to this thing.
Well, it should. It has to be. So your other side of your motor, I told you to hook your battery side to one side of the
No,
solenoid.
you didn't say it.
And then the other one goes to your motor.
Yep. Okay, here we go. We'll hook that up. We'll hook the motor up now so that you never told me to hook up, okay?
But you do not keep that wire. That last wire you put on is disconnected. You do not touch that to nothing.
Yep. Otherwise, we'll fucking have 4th of July again.
Well, no, it just keep the motor running constantly, and that's not what we want here.
You know, a lot of people can't take how literal you are, and I got the same problem. They get all butthurt. They're like, "You got no feelings. You're such an asshole."
Yeah. Well, so what? Feelings have nothing to do with intelligence, man.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna touch it off. You happy now?
Yep. Because that's what it's supposed to fucking do, man. Okay. All right, here we go. Disconnect those two wires from the solenoid now.
You fucker.
The two little black wires that you just made.
Yep. Which of these things should not be like the other? If the liberals wouldn't have started saying fucking males can be females and females can be males, they'd be a lot.
That's one part of the process. Look, that's just a little tiny piece of what's wrong with society, man.
Okay, so we got the fucking wire.
Okay, all right. So now, I want you to do this. This is what I want you to do. That I want you to make a wire, and listen to me clearly here. I want you to make a wire that goes from your battery, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So on your motor, you have your negative wire, right?
Yep.
I want you to permanently keep one of your jumper wires from negative on that battery to the one side of your solenoid. And then I want you to take that negative wire that you had that goes from your solenoid to your module. So look, I'll draw it. You come look. I'm going to show you here. So this is your motor.
Let me do this one thing at a time here. I'm going to run a negative all the way to the battery.
Hold on a second. You don't need to do that. You already have one. Here's your negative. I want you to run your negative to your solenoid. Hold on. I want you to look.
What the fuck?
Look at me. Look what I'm showing you.
Yep.
This is your negative, your motor, right?
Yep.
I want you to run a permanent wire from your negative to that solenoid, the little tiny one, right?
Yep.
Negative. And then I want you to take this negative and then run that to your module. So you have two different negatives. You have one negative going to your solenoid and then one negative going to your module. You know that black little wire that you had in your hand that you disconnected from your module?
Yeah.
That needs right. So you look at so you should have three wires here because your truck wire, look at this is the big thick. This is your power going in, right? So look, Tom. This is your power coming in. The black wire, not the red one. The black wire goes to your motor.
Yeah.
From that motor, you're going to put that black wire to that solenoid. And you're going to take that black wire to the module. You have another little black wire Look, your red and black
So we're
wire that
just
you're
super grounding. We're gonna ground this to there
right.
and this
That's
to there.
exactly what you're doing. You're making sure that you have a direct connection.
Okay.
And that other black wire that you have on the red and black, where does that you're gonna hook that one up too?
This one.
Yeah. Well,
That's just goes to the module.
right,
I
right.
this
That goes
I
to the mod.
tested this wire. This wire works to the module.
Is it grounded?
We'd have to check where
So
it
what we're
goes.
making sure. Listen, what we're trying to
Yeah,
do
this is a direct ground. So this wire off the switch goes to the module and then comes back over here and
to
goes
where?
directly to this side on the ground line.
Right. Okay. So that's going to be hooked up. Listen, that's going to be hooked up, and you're going to make another wire, though, that goes from the same spot to the negative of your motor, right? Because what's happening here is look, your motor is grounded off, but there is no feed going from your motor anywhere. You're not sending ground signal. You're trying to send it through
I
it.
just got to go from this trigger
Yes.
to this motor right here. This
Right.
pad.
Right. And from there to your module.
Right. To make sure this wire's good.
Right. So look at that one wire from your module goes to the solenoid. And then from that same spot on the solenoid, you're going to make another wire that goes to your ground on your motor.
Where does that other one fucking go to? It goes to this guy. Let me check this really quick. Let me check continuity in this one. This is
Because what I'm assuming here is the way that this is set up, it's a shitty way to set it up. There's no real ground, right?
right.
It's like more or less than a virtual ground. What you're doing is making a real live connection from
Right.
motor to solenoid, from solenoid to module
Right.
via hard connection.
Right. Let me just check continuity on this fuck stick real quick. Where did it go now? So this one goes to the one I fucking love. This one goes here. Let's go to there. What does it do? Change fucking colors? Come on, you fucking roach. Okay, here it is. This guy here.
You're good.
Yeah.
Listen, so I don't think that you have a problem with your harness. I think you have a problem with your connections because of the way that it's sending it to ground.
Right, but I think it's on the truck side. I don't
No,
know.
no, 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 no. So listen to me. I'm telling you. Look at that wire that goes into your module. You disconnected with a fucking 7/16.
Yeah.
One side of that module goes to the module. The other side goes to the solenoid. The trigger on the solenoid. I want you to make another wire from that solenoid and connect it to that motor permanently to the negative side of that motor. You're not feeding a ground, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, why did
And
I take it off then? I should
well,
have left
you
it on.
well, I didn't know how if it was permanent. I mean, that the negative one you could have, the positive one, no, no,
Okay, well, let me get this positive one back on, or negative one back on.
yeah.
Uh,
Well, why? Because look, if you added more things later on down the line, we wouldn't have been able to verify that everything that we just did is actuating that motor. We are actually, you know, for a fact right now, if you take that positive on the solenoid and touch that positive on the motherfucking um, the
that'll
battery,
work.
it turns the motor on through that solenoid. We know that's verified. That's exactly how it's supposed to function. So we know that the problem lies downstream. Now we're working on the triggering part of it.
We just want to ensure all our grounds are fucking working.
Well, with salt and fucking snow and water, dude, grounds get disconnected all the time. Even if they're tight, they get corroded, and it's
Toy.
you've been around, you know.
Toy. All right, so I'm gonna hook this ground up to. I'll hook all these grounds up.
So you should have at one connection at the motor.
It still drives me crazy why that thing was stuck open, or yeah, it
Well,
was
because
stuck on.
well, we're gonna explain that in momentarily, dude. That's the next process.
All right, you piece of dog shit. What's going on here?
You might want to have your wrench available because if it gets stuck again, you're gonna have to disconnect the battery or something because it might get stuck again.
I'll get it. I ain't afraid of no ghost.
So you're going from your negative motor to the solenoid. And then you're going to go from that same spot on the solenoid to your module. So that will verify a good grounding scheme because your battery goes to the motor, from the motor to your solenoid, from your solenoid to your module.
For
That
some
is,
reason, it wasn't letting this thing shut off. And I don't. That
well,
sounds like bad ground somewhere, but where?
we're going to figure that out in a second.
Okay.
Well,
That's
no,
grounded
because that means
there.
it wouldn't be a bad ground. That means the trigger's bad, right? That means it's triggering. That means something's clicking it on and keeping it on. That
Kind of
means,
like you and the trolls.
nah, yeah, maybe.
All right, so we got that grounded. That's grounded. We
All
got
right, now
one that
you
was
got your
screwed.
module grounded to your solenoid where you just grounded that.
Yep.
Okay, so that's done. Now look, you have one wire left, and it's that red wire, right?
Yep.
That's the only wire left, right?
Yep.
Now I don't want you to touch. I want you to just touch it. Touch the other solenoid with that red wire.
Yep.
What does it do?
The truck's not on, so it's not going to be charged.
All right, well then turn it on and try to touch that wire. You don't want to touch that permanently though. You just want to touch it to see if it does actuate that motor, dude, and keep it on. We don't want it to stay on.
Yep.
That red wire is your positive send, right? So look at that signal. That red wire is the wire that actually sends. It sends that solenoid signal in reference to turn that motor.
So I got blinking light in there still. All right, here we go. We're going to touch this to the top. Nothing.
Now connect it permanently.
Yep.
Now I want you to get your voltmeter and I want you to do me a favor.
Yep.
I want you to test voltage, DC voltage at 20 volts across the black trigger and the red when that's hooked up. And you should not have 12 volts. 12 volts should only be sent to that trigger when you hit that trigger inside your truck on that
Right.
your box.
So little to little?
Yeah.
No.
Or
Zero.
you shouldn't have nothing. And that's good. That's a good thing. Now go back in your truck to see if that light's blinking.
12.25 on the other one. I wonder if I got low draw. Okay. Blinking.
All right, it's blinking. It's still is blinking. If you hit any of the buttons, it does nothing,
I just
right?
want to see what this shows once I turn that on.
Well, it shouldn't work. You shouldn't have voltage there unless you hit the trigger up or down or left or right. So you should not have any voltage there unless you actually sent voltage to there, right?
Right.
So
I was just testing. When I tested the truck off ground to positive, it was 12.5, but when I started it, it was 14.5.
13 or 14. Yeah, that just means your alternator's charging.
Yeah.
All right, so look, that trigger wire
These little.
up in your hood, on the left side there, you have a module,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Now, I need to see that module because that module is what accepts power and sends power, right? So that black and red wire goes to that module, right?
So.
And the yellow and the brown,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So we have a yellow, we have a brown. Show me where it is.
So these ones you're talking about?
Yes, you have a yellow and a brown and a black and a red,
Yeah.
right? That is what sends that solenoid the function to live. So that connector right there probably needs to be disconnected. Well, first verify by looking at the wires that there's no chafing in the wire, that they are connected going into that module.
Yeah, they are. I'm wondering if I should cut these fucking
You
yellow
should.
wires
You absolutely should.
and then cut them right here too, and just go straight from there over to here.
You should. That would be the best bet, man. That would be the best bet. So that there's no plug, man.
There is a couple crushed ones and shit.
Well, that's not good. If it's crushed, it's probably separated somewhere. Well,
I did check and see. I put a test for continuity on these, and they did read good.
on all four of them.
Just on the two coming back all the way to here.
Yeah, well, you got four wires. I would just take the plugs out and just hardwire that shit right in, man. Right?
Yeah.
Because this is your feed. How does it pick up power? So that yellow wire, wait a minute, the black wire. It's going to be the black and the red wire. The red wire is your send, the black is a ground. So that yellow wire and the brown wire is going to be your fucking feed power.
Right.
So one of them is going to have a power cycle, and one's going to be probably negative, I would say, from that module. How many wires go into that module? Only four, right?
Four, yeah.
Yeah, so we know that guaranteed the red wire is a feed wire, right? So if you have a module, look at the module as a trigger, for instance. Your red wire is going to be a feed wire to your solenoid, right? Feed. Your black wire is a ground reference, and that's a hot wire. It's a feed. Now, you have a yellow wire and a brown wire left. So one of them, I'm assuming that one of them is going to be a positive and one's going to be a negative. And that's a direct negative and direct positive. So I don't know where that goes though. Those black the brown and the yellow wire, where does that go to on the plow side?
On the plow side, those go to
That little module?
the module A.
Yeah.
And that is basically what they're saying is all the problem usually.
Well, the problem is that module A feeds module B power, and then module B, when you hit the trigger, right, sends it back to module A, and it says, I go up by actuating, because module A has what, 10 wires on it?
Module
Well,
A has only.
it's got a lot.
Module B has a bunch.
The plow side module should have 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 wires.
On A plug?
No. There should be 8 wires going into your module on your plow side.
No, there's lots more than that, bro.
No, there's not.
No?
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's a little bit more.
Yeah,
'Cause it-
there's a few.
right. So check it out. What's happening is your power is going.
My
What I'm
power
trying to
is
figure.
power.
No, what I'm trying to figure out is how that module is getting power. Right. That module's not getting power. I got to go back over and look at a diagram because we need to get power to that module. Where's the module coming from? On your battery. I got to go back over and look.
Yeah, let me just finish wiring this up.
Yeah, you do that, and I'm gonna go back over and look because that module's not getting a reference, man. One of the modules isn't getting a reference, dude. Let me look. Oh,
We're doing all this, but I am gonna buy the harness after we figure this out because I'm not gonna run a rag tag and
okay. So we have a module there. That is your 6 module. It's a lot of wires on that motherfucker.
yeah, exactly.
You do have a relay too. Oh, that's a plug. That plug goes to all your actuators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where does the truck get power?
Under yeah, under the goddamn next to the thingamajig, right over by the thingamajig and the doohickey. The doohickey. It might be the doohickey that's the problem. It's always the fucking doohickey.
All right, I see. All right, I got it. I got this shit, dude. But that don't have a fucking motor. That's the what the fuck? That's not it.
The fucking modules, bro. They're fucking pieces of shit. They're liberal modules, I think. They fucking, it wants to be a fucking dinosaur or something. They don't want to be a plow anymore. It's a trans plow. Trans into not working.
Do you have a negative? Do you have a negative battery going to that module with a fusible link in it from your
Yep.
truck? Huh?
No, only on the positive side.
So on the positive side, you have a fusible link. Where's that go to?
On the plow side?
Yeah. No. On your battery. So on your battery in your truck.
Yeah, it goes in the, it's in the module. So there's two and they're 4 amp fuses.
Let's check it out.
Right here.
Okay. All right. So check
And
this
there's
out.
another one in the cab.
Right. All right. So from there where that fuse goes, that goes down to the module inside your plow.
Yeah. And then
Right.
there's two more sets of fuses in the plow. There's two on this side, two on that side.
Have you checked them?
Yeah, they're good.
You checked them with your voltmeter?
You just watched me find my fucking voltmeter.
Yeah, but I didn't know if you checked those fuses. You can check continuity on fuses too. Sometimes they look good and they're not.
Yeah, I did change. I changed them all out. Just
All right. Okay. All right. So you're sending power from your look at we get that'll be the next step that we got to do. We got to verify that you're sending that signal to the module. Module B. Module B is on plow side. Module A is inside of so look, Module A is connected to your trigger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm asking you.
Module.
You know,
Is
so listen, your trigger that's in the cab, the trigger that's in the cab, right? With the blinking light, where does that go?
I don't know. I don't know right now. I haven't got that far.
All right, well, we're getting there.
All right, so I just got them both wired up. Let's go check the button.
It's probably not going to work, dude, because I don't think that. I mean, it's good to have them hardwired like that, dude, instead of plugs. Plugs are a piece of shit.
I got nothing on there. Did I unplug this?
Well, you're supposed to. You did 4 wires, so that would be 8 connections.
Oh, I didn't plug this fucker back in. That's what I didn't do. Where is it? Where the fuck are ya? Here you are.
Is that under the? Is that under the hood?
Yeah, this is. Okay, so that must be the feed and the ground that I just plugged in. That's why we were dead. So that must go to the controller. What I'm working on right now.
Yes, that's the controller.
Controller's on. Let's see if just cutting all that shit out works.
Nope. Nope. You have no power. So you still have well you do have power, but you don't have no power being sent
So
out.
look it, I got some corroded shit down here. Let me chop this out real quick.
Well,
This. Look at, I got a little
that's not good.
gank right there too.
You might want to pull that back and actually splice that better.
Yeah. So let me do this one because
How many wires? How many wires are in that harness?
in this harness there's
Yeah.
4 going to the controller,
Right.
2 red, 2 black, and then it splits one off here with this battery that goes into whatever.
That should be like a battery. One of them's going to be a battery.
And then also I have another blue right here and another loom and a black under this. I'll probably pull this off and see where the fuck this is going with a fuse.
Yeah, you tested that fuse?
Yeah, that fuse is good.
Yeah, so what's happened here is you have a direct. We know that your system's working, but it's not getting desired 12 volts of power from your switch.
Right.
So one of those wires, I'm telling you right now, one of those wires is not getting 12 fucking volts to that plow unit.
Right.
Module B is not receiving 12 volts.
So I wonder if I gotta find out. See, that goes. Let's find out where that goes. Okay. Okay. Shut this fucking buzzing ass fucking truck off.
Because look at your truck as a big giant
So
loop.
this comes out of here, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that. What's that? No, something.
You would see it. You would know. I mean, they're pretty thick wires, man.
No, they're little tiny fucks. Okay, so that comes over here, goes into this loom, and it's these ones. So
That's
that goes.
what you just what you just disconnected.
That's what I just.
Hold on a second. Hold
Oh,
on. So let me think. Let me think how this works. So you have that loom going back into that trigger inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the brown and the yellow go down to the plow side. So your plow side is your feed, right? So you're getting power from your plow side.
And it's coming all the way back to the controller.
Right, but you have the fuse box because those looms are going to connect somewhere. So inside that loom, there's going to be a wire that's connected together inside that loom, guaranteed, right? Because it has to be going from. So what's happening here is on your fuse box, that wire that goes into your fuse box, that's gonna what's that?
This loom breaks off. There's 4 more wires that connect to the lights.
Right, but your lights work. So that means you have power going into those looms. You're not sending power to your module B. We're trying to get the pot. We're trying to find module. So did you test? Do me a favor. What's that fusible link right there? Is that a fuse?
No, that's just a connection.
But that fuse is hooked to a fuse, right?
No. No. No
That's
fuse.
That's not a part of the plow?
That's a common, yeah. Yep. It goes to the A side of the module.
Right, but look at what's that black box?
This, that's just a
No,
fucking.
not that black box. The one below it,
Those are fuses.
and they're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, have you tested power there?
I haven't. Yeah, they're both good.
So look at get your voltmeter.
Okay.
Put it back on DC 20 volts. Put one side to ground somewhere, and then touch one side of the fuse on both of those fuses. It should get you should get 12 volts.
Fucking
You
drop.
probably don't. When to stop working? When'd your plow stop working, man? You're muted.
So
There you go. You're good.
okay. So we want to try to go to these
Ground.
fuse.
Well, we'll ground with 1 meter, and then take your positive and touch one side of the fuse of each fuse. You should have voltage.
We got 1270. 1270.
Yep. You're verified you got your power, and that power goes into your module A, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you're sending your voltage to A, but it's that now. Did you test your yellow and brown wire?
You know what? These don't go. These don't even go into the. Fuck! I lost your fucking thing again.
My voice.
Yeah.
Shit. I'll back out. There's better.
No, I gotta go back out.
God damn it.
No.
I can't hear you.
So
Motherfucker, I can't hear you.
no,
Dude, they're fucking assholes. Let me try to back out.
Rick, it don't ground from the mounts, bro. I've had this plow fucking working just like this, off the. You hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
No.
Motherfucker.
Let's start over. It's over an hour anyway. I'll get you right back.
All right.